Well, what do we have here, folks? It looks to be a package. Let's see if I can open it without hurting all this great bubble wrap. All right. Can you see it? You know what it is yet? This is in disguise. Got a Ward's Better Lantern. In other words, an Embury Air Pilot. With Montgomery Ward badging. And the number 30 globe is in there upside down. This might even be worth saving the paint. It's just really dirty. Cool thing about that is I can change my mind anytime I want. So, let's look this baby over. What do you say? All right, let's take a look. Ow. Well, that is certainly a mess, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just real dirty. It's got lots of mouse track on it. I got a barn outside. I've seen things with mouse track. Yeah. So this was kind of a pathway. Yeah. The empty box from this lantern is now a cat toy immediately. Okay, let's check this out. All right, well, ooh, it was almost, you could tell it's been used. And somebody tried trimming the wick for a better flame. Yeah, the paint. Paint is not bad. I'm still gonna want to get this globe guard off of here. Because regardless of the paint, this is still a very dirty piece here. I see, I can't tell. I think there might be green paint on this still. Come on, baby. There we go. All right, next. Sorry, folks. All right. So, that stuff off. We'll get this little sucker off of here. All right, so now we can try going to the sink and see what we can get out of this interesting kind of a olive green, olive drab kind of deal paint. And of course there I've got a couple. Now I have 3 Emburys that need filler caps. Let's see what it looks like in here. Oh, a little surface rust in there. Yeah. There's some surface rust. I can rattle a chain around in there. But all in all, seems not bad. That'll be famous last words, right? All right, let me go clean this up, and we'll be back. You know what cleaning stuff looks like, so you don't need to see that. We'll be back. So, check this thing out. That's pretty cool. Let's put a little more light on the subject. Interesting paint. Paint's gone from the chimney tube and the crown. At least the color is, anyway. So it would make sense to, well, make sense to who? Because I know firsthand after doing 3 of these already that there's great metal underneath this paint. And they all seem to kind of rust in this same little general area up in here. And rarely anywhere else. I mean, I'm sure I could still get this, cleaner. This was just soap and water and a sponge. So, I may just want to, so what I may do, and by the way, the globe cleaned up wonderfully. I may clean up these items here, put it back together, put the globe in there and see how she looks. She may be shelf worthy, and the way it looks, I gotta get some filler caps. I do. And they can't just be, they're bigger. They're bigger than the normal things I have in my parts box. So, I think that's what we'll do, because there's another project coming in the mail. I think it's coming tomorrow. And I kind of want to do that one first before doing this. Well, that's all right. So I'm going to put this stuff on the big wheel, and we'll put this baby back together, and we'll take a look at this together, and we'll assess and see what we think. That it's nice enough for displaying for now, and then when I decide whether I want to take the paint off, because I could tell it's factory paint. Sure enough, I mean it was beautiful, I'm sure, at one time. This is like a a green version of the Dietz blue. It was kind of deep looking, almost like a metallic, like pretty neat. All right, let me clean up these little items here. Okay, so this stuff cleaned up very nice, as I figured it would. Let's continue to clean it up a little. Hey, well, there's something I wanted to try. I'm going to try here. These are kind of like Scotch-Brite tips for buffing and things. I don't know. I definitely don't want to touch these. Nope. That'll take the paint right off. And it did. Just took a little piece of paint off there. I thought this was at least abrasive, this color here. Oh well. Okay. So really nothing else to do to this well, I was gonna try it on there. That's what I was gonna do. But that looks like a gold paint. Interesting. Let's try some very, very soft steel wool. Ooh, okay. I see some green up here, but this is it's taking the edge off a bit. I like that. Okay, good. I like that. Let's look at the top here a little bit. Just lightly cleaning it, and it kind of gives it a nice weathered look there. Sorry. Of course, again, as I say, I have this headlamp on, and this obscures everything I'm looking at because it's just this direct light. Okay, good. That's a good improvement. Now I got steel wool dust sticking to the wet part. All right, so then I'll fix these babies up. Okay, so we got some muddy spots and corners here I'm going to try to get with some tools here. Oh, it doesn't go through, does it? Okay. Don't forget the brush, folks. There's a lot of dirt in those little spots there. Oh, pardon me. There's a spot that toothbrush won't get to. I got to remember that I'm keeping the paint. Got to be careful. Ah, it's a dirty little spot. Yeah. Get that dirty stuff out of there. You dirty lantern. Still dirty in the corners, but maybe we would just kind of want to leave that there. Maybe. All right, so now I think we're going to treat with some linseed oil. Okay. I know what I was going to do. Oh. All right. I've been talking about this in a couple past videos of just painting this on in the little nicks and crannies and then wipe it off. Because I got big fat fingers and they just don't get in those spots. So I can go heavy on this, and if it stays on, if I can't get it out of those little corners and stuff, that's fine because it'll protect it in there. Like I said, I'm going to wipe all this excess off of here. I'm just getting the corners and then I will cover all the rest with the rag. And if I do decide to paint this, then hey. I hear some kind of animal outside my window. My cat's right there and she's just cleaning herself. She doesn't care. What is that, Mama? What's out there? She doesn't care. Okay, I think we got... Yeah, I like this. I like this. Helps the application. By the way, if you're not used to using linseed oil, this stuff dries hard on your rags. So if you got rags you want to use more than once doing this, you want to try to clean them off right away because this stuff will kind of stiffen up on there and just kind of take over, and you won't be able to use a rag for anything, really. It's kind of like it has dried paint in it. Is kind of the way it feels. And after it hardens up like that, at least I haven't been able to get it off the rag. Because I didn't exactly try all that hard to get it all off, because why would I put more time into saving a rag that costs much less than my time to use it as rags? This thing's in pretty darn good shape, I must say. Oh geez, I didn't even do this spot. So okay, I'll wipe this all off, and then we'll reassemble. Hopefully this is not covered in cat hair. Let me get this out of the way. If you buy a lantern or treat your lanterns with linseed oil, this stuff can build up. So don't go crazy on, treating your stuff constantly. Because this will cake up and get kind of a yellowish look to it. And you're going to want to you're going to have to wash your whole... How you would get that off there? Oh boy, that could be a real pain in the butt. Nice. All right, now let's wipe this baby down. Looking lovely. Oops. Ooh, that's wet. Yeah, it gives the paint a nice shine to it without looking artificial, because it's a nice distressed paint. How's it looking, folks? Again, the lines you're seeing in the video is because of the bulbs in my headlamp. I wouldn't be doing a lot of this work without the headlamp, just because it really helps me see what I'm doing. Even though I did add an extra light over here. This light here, this is new. New today, actually. When I say new, I mean Goodwill $1.96. Funny thing about collecting is, I'm like, oh, I need a lamp. Oh, geez, I'll go to Goodwill, spend $1.98 on it, and then like, oh, good, I'm being frugal. Now I'll go out and buy this. That's collecting in a nutshell, right there. All right, let's see, where's... By the way, I got my trusty chopstick, put it under here, just trying to get up in the areas I can't get with my fingers. And I know I got up in there with the brush, which is great. Oh, I gotta make sure I wash that brush off too. All right, look at that. Pretty, it's pretty again. Okay, let's put her back together. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? Okay, that goes back in there, and then I get these. See, that's why that's why I'm not a fan of doing this stuff, because it doesn't go back exactly where I want it to. Works as it's supposed to. Just doesn't look the same to me. I'm bothered by it. And I put tool marks on it. And that bothers me. I've got to fix that tool mark a little bit. That's better. Okay. Now, where's our part here? I really want to see the tool that puts these things on. Or did. Back in the factory. Beautiful. Ooh, I heard a knuckle pop. All right. Okay. Let's put that big old wick back in. On wick. There we go. I hope you enjoy your stay, Mr. Wick. Come on. Right there. Okay. Boom. All right, what other parts we got? We got the bail. I'm gonna put the bail on last because it's annoying to be in the way. All right, so got the globe all cleaned up. Beautiful. I gotta say, a handsome lantern for having the old beat up paint on it. Let's we'll take a closer look. Hold on a sec. Well, here's what we got, folks. Montgomery Ward. Well, it's definitely it's an Embury Air Pilot 2. It's what it is, and this is a jobber. Or it's better lantern. Better than what? Well, if it's an Embury Air Pilot 2, it's better than most. I'll tell you what. If not all. I mean, this thing beefcake. It's beefcake. So all right. It got all its parts. Well, we did put the bail back on, but we don't need to do that right now. But let's take a look. Yeah, this is. All right, yeah, I think for now we're going to leave the paint on there. I think it's kind of sexy, that green. Not sure what color it's going to show up on the video. All right, well, hey, folks, that was a quick project, but hey, this was pretty cool. I'm glad I didn't have to strip all that factory paint off because I'm sure it's baked on there pretty good. So, folks, hey, here we have Montgomery Ward, better lantern. Ward's better lantern. An Embury Air Pilot is what it is. All right, hey, till next time, folks, don't you go changing.